Oof. I'm a bit lost for words almost because you can just feel the epicness coming into bank here.
I know it is a lot of pressure for SiNister, and you know we can't really duck around that too much. It is pressure that they're going to have to deal with, and they're going to have to deal with it pretty damn quickly.
What did I say to you last night about pressure?
Diamonds?
Yeah, something about diamonds. Right?
Something diamonds.
Yeah. So, you know, you got to be under pressure if you want to be a diamond. And, you know, we just say that, you know, top rank in Rainbow Six is... No.
Look, right now, SiNister, they've proven that they don't necessarily have to get off to a good start. You know, they're good, they're resilient, they're happy to do it, but you don't really want to be putting yourself in that situation.
Several interesting points to make so far. Hibana banned pretty standard, but the fact that Fury banned the Capitao,
yep,
and they were the only team taking it on console is a bit strange to me.
It does kind of... It is a bit of a bold choice, but Mira and Kaid, the Kaid would have been useful, had they have needed to reinforce those hatches. But for now, without Mirror as well, cuts down a lot of the information. I think this is like the 6th map with Mirror ban, so it is a staple, isn't it? It really has become a staple here.
Yeah, well, I know we've seen a couple of mirrors today, but yeah, it's definitely one that we've been seeing taken off the board quite a lot. And, you know, that's what we see pretty much across all of Rainbow Six.
Certainly is. A little bit too powerful with those, with the cheeky gadget. But into map number 2, Bank. A lot of pressure on SiNister. And equally on Fury. This is their map pick, so going by the veto system, this should be very comfortable for Fury. They really shouldn't have too many hurdles they have to overcome, but again, it is a pretty well-played map around this region.
The thing is, it's also one of those maps that is similar to console in the fact that it can be very heavily favoured towards defense. I know I'm sounding a bit like a broken record here, but it can play out like that sometimes.
Definitely a defensive-sided meta. A lot of the maps favour that side, and you know, there's no batting around the bush with that one. It's fair enough to add, but...
And you know, if SiNister and Fury both feeling very confident from their defenses, it's always nice that that's where you start.
10 seconds to insertion.
Start they will, Monkey. Start indeed. So we do see the Maverick. That'll pretty much make light work of the hatches upstairs. And
It's one of those things that can be pretty risky to do, right? Because they can shoot straight up back at you.
yep.
But then they have to expose themselves to do
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
It's the risk-reward of it all, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. You know, if you're willing to risk, you know, kind of exposing yourself like that on either side, then it is the reward that you need. If you can, you know, let's say the Kaid isn't banned and you do pick the Maverick and you get that free hatch because the Kaid's there, you can't get Hibana, nor can you get the thermite charges down. Well, that's if you don't have any kind of denial. It is an easier way of doing so, but nevertheless, we do have, of course, the smoke and that pulse. We do generally see the pulse rather playing in Vault and getting some information if they come down server.
So, of course, their first protocol is they want to take control of the server, right? We've got the, I think it was the mute that's on the stairs behind the deployable shield. And then, so we're going to have Spruce try and come in from the dirt tunnel. But Copper was holding that down with the iron, well, sights trained on it because there's nowhere else an opponent can come from, really. Except the hatch, which I think I can hear getting burnt open right now.
If you can, then that's surely to be the case. Copper will be trying to buy some time if he sticks around for a moment longer. Spruce just waiting for inevitable contact that he's probably going to end up taking with Copper. Still actually pretty patient, but oh my word, geez, how would that be for some timing? Does make it away scot-free, however, for now.
Yeah, the ping's coming out from the Jackal as well. Fisher guy just holding down at the top of these stairs. As long as Copper's alive, he only has to worry about one angle of attack. In fact, he's going to find Shade. Downs him, sends out the smoke. Babe, looks like he wants to get on out of here. We've got one dropped. Warden to trade him on back, but there's going to be Fisher guy with a shotgun again. Can he get a third? In fact, he can. Triple for Fisher, leaving it all up to Spruce and Rock.
Jeez, that is monstrous from Fisher guy, and that's someone that we've seen play the smoke before and use it to such good effect. The pulse is there getting information. If Spruce pushes in a little bit too far. Rock trying to come down main stairs. The information being given. Fisher Guy has to secure that
Ace.
kill. A quad kill
Ace, come
to
on.
start out in map number 2. And surely we just give him the ace at this point.
Well, you know, I think he might get shut down because he's just going to try and push down these stairs just to not give him the ace. Pretty hopeless situation here for Rock.
Oh, hang on. There we go. The first ace of the tournament. Fisher Guy kicks off with a bang in map number 2.
What a way to make a statement here from SiNister. Luna, giving the old brow a quick wipe.
Yep.
No sweat there.
No, that's 100%. I mean, like, again, touching on, we didn't have to start off in an incredible way, but how about that to start? That is absolutely monstrous from Fisher Guy. I'm just glad that we got to see the ace at the end of it.
All the work done here by Fisher Guy. Although, I think Copper did quite a bit as well.
Oh, yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, no, we can't just put it solely on the one individual, just the player tapping off with the kills. So CEO, they're going to go ahead all the way upstairs.
Looks like we're going to see the GIGN Doc coming on out in one of those bomb sites that he's quite prevalent with that ACOG. Zoomy boy.
Zoom, zoom. Make a fair amount of nuisance for himself. So, always find the way that the defensive side decides to hold that upstairs area to be interesting. Sometimes we do see the player deep on the bend from lobby.
It's one of those bomb sites where it can pay off to hold quite aggressively.
Yep. In janitor,
Oh.
a little bit
Oh,
deeper.
no.
Oh, no way. Oh, this could be really dirty from Nico. This could be the opening kill that they're looking for to start things off, but it looks like he's just going to miss it.
Doesn't want to commit to that one. One of those Nico secret spots, as he's known to do. And I think we saw one up on the car park. I think it was Shade,
Yep.
or maybe Rock, seeing as he's taken some damage. But he did not want to hang out
No.
up there after he took some damage. I would assume it's Rock, because Shade's all the way over here.
Let's have a look what kind of information Shade can get. Nothing just yet. Nothing really spotted them out. A lot of players rappelling on those eastern side walls. Now the northern side. And how's the... Oh, jeez. For a second, I didn't realize that the barricades were up.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you think's going to happen, but it subverts your expectations there. But we're going to see opened up nice and early here from the Thermite, and Shade's going to find the opening pick onto Luna. That's the Jaeger down. Fisher Guy also going to take some punishment.
Spruce as well can just continue to repel. Look at this from Rock all the way up, and he's been able to take down not the second, but the first. That's all right. Gives a little bit more room. They now know where Copper is as well.
They need another Fisher ace at this point.
That they do. Stepping up in 2 rounds would be monstrous to start things out. However, I just can't see it happening. Copper, maybe it's his time to shine now. We were talking about him in the pregame, saying how unbelievable he can be when needed. However, maybe this one might be a little bit too much.
Well, he's got no more stims, so that's why Fisher Guy has not been healed back up. I was wondering about that, and I've answered my own question.
Oh,
here
no
we go,
way.
shotgun!
Oh, my word. Fisher
C4.
is... Look at the movement, just completely happy to stay on top of things. Copper's been able to come around in the meantime to take down Gold, and the diffuser is being stuck at this point in time. Spruce taking down Fisher Guy. Copper, all to do, just going to be missing the backside, but I think that should pretty much be it. Now locked in toward Janitors as he tries to take the individual fights, but how individual can they really be at this point? There's so many different lines to be held.
He is almost out of ammunition as well, and there we go, Spruce to finish things off there. That was a round that Fury took control of early and did not let it slip.
No, and it actually looked like, I think we had 2 people, not exactly spawn peeking, but spawn peeking along lines, and had that have swung back in their favour, maybe that round goes a little bit differently for SiNister, but I thought Rock had done so much work there, just creeping up the spiral, and That's all right. I do like the mobility that we see from Fisher Guy as well.
Yep.
Never standing still. You saw it on service stairs before.
Look, that's one of the things you have to do if you want to clutch, right? You can't let the attackers do what they want to do. As a defender, you need to stay mobile. You need to be constantly taking the fight to them, because otherwise they're going to slowly pinch you down and encroach upon you until, you know, you've got 3 people shooting at you at once. You can't win that.
Not exactly comfortable, is it?
No.
So they're not going to go ahead and reattempt CEO. They're just going to go straight down toward the archives. Towers. And what's your rule, Monkey? 2 and done?
Well, 2 and move, yes.
2
But
and
as I said, I think we're seeing more and more these days is you move every single round no matter what happens.
Yep.
And I think that's maybe you're trying to stop your opponent from gaining momentum. They're like, oh yeah, we won this, so we can win it again. But you're never going to give them that opportunity.
Yeah, never give them the satisfaction, right? Because I feel like there is a certain level of satisfaction you get when you take the site twice in a row.
Yeah.
So I think I'd agree with you totally on that one.
I feel like an alpha.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, now Fury not allowing SiNister a moment's rest. Going to have to continue down the path of destruction that they're on.
I think that might be nice and relaxing to do, just smacking some holes in the wall with the butt of a gun.
Pretty sure there's a place in Melbourne that you can just go and destroy things to
Oh, yeah?
relax yourself. Yep.
Yeah, no,
Give you a sledgehammer and...
might have to try that out.
All right, so already impacting toward the top side. So there's 2 players realistically that are going to be able to support in Janitors. It's Fisho Guy and 1 from underneath if they do stick around. Oh my word.
Ooh.
Fisho Guy not shy of taking a fight, that's for sure. If you just look at the way that Fisho Guy decides to play this, it'll tell the tale of what we were saying before with the mobility.
In his position right now, he is, you know, he only has to worry about this door until the CEO is taken over. I'm sure he's going to have support to deny that. But if you sit there with a shotgun, you're going to win that 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, Warden also already deep in toward the lobby. Rock's pretty low. Not sure where that engagement came from, but with Spruce taking down Vicious, Shade collapsing on Copper. That is really nicely done. SiNister don't have a response as of yet, but Nico might be in the right position to make this work. Here comes the C4, not going to catch anyone off just yet.
Is that a team down?
Yeah, Spruce looks like he's gone down there.
By his own teammate.
Well, that's got to be tilting to say the very least. It's actually somewhat given SiNister an opportunity to get back into this now. They're being droned out and absolutely hounded into Ward Archives. They're not being able to secure these kills, which can be a little bit frustrating after a certain point.
Why haven't they planted yet is what I want to know. It's going to be a push-up here from Fisho, but he's going to go down after securing the kill. But Nico, he was on the flank. Looks like he's changed his mind as the plant's going to finally start. Now, that's up against the soft wall, so Nico could finish this off with a wall bang. Warden's gotten nice and aggressive, though, up in his face, though, so I doubt that's going to happen. Well, we're missing shots left, right, and center. To the pistol goes Nico. Can't find the one through the wall, however, but he's still alive somehow.
Somehow, some way. Back on the offense once again. Just has too many players to try and worry about at this point. Will just push on through in toward Tallis, spraying and praying. He makes his way in, but that's going to be Shade from behind to find the free kill. And yet again.
What happened there?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you, Monkey. Just, you literally blink and you will miss it.
It's like you're expecting a punch to the face from Fury, but they go and kick you between the legs.
Yep, the low blow. Well, you know, literally within the space of about 2 seconds, we saw 3 kills. Just all flick in the favor of Fury. And then after that, SiNister could never recover. They had full control of Tallis for, what, 30 seconds, 45 seconds before they even got the plant down?
Yeah.
Like, it's... I think it's just been... It just feels a little bit disgrunted.
It's like they're just going route 1, right? Like,
yeah,
Fury's... sorry, it's what I like to say, right?
yeah,
Like
route 1, right down the guts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like they're expecting them, they're going to clear out top, so we're going to defend up top. But no, they're just going to walk in through the doors into the bomb site, and you're like, hold on, this isn't how this is supposed to go.
This wasn't in the playbook. But again, this is kind of, I mean, if you want something to compare it to, it is what we saw Acme do as well in the earlier game, which was, we're not going to do whatever you want us to do. We are literally just going to run on site. Like, how many times did we see 3 or 4 players just completely competing raw? No real utility being used, no gadgets being used. It's just raw aim and pushing straight through. Buddy system is such a powerful thing in FPS. If you can find the trades, if you're effective in making it work, it'll be quite the spot of bother. It looks like we are going to be seeing that same defense down on the bottom stairs, but will we see smoke? Will we see Fisher Guy rotate the server and be that menace that we've seen?
Will he ace again?
Please?
Please?
I mean, that was a really nice ace as well. Like, you look, I think maybe not even, like, all the kills were different. In different areas, different ranges.
Use the shotgun beautifully, though.
Yep.
But Fury did look quite lost when they attacked up here, or down here, I should say. So I wonder if they're going to come in with some changes. Yeah,
a little bit more of a guided approach. It definitely, I would have to agree that it definitely looked a little bit shoddy.
Yeah, I don't think they took the Thatcher last time, and now it's going to be a bit easier to clear out that top floor of, the top of server stairs.
Definitely so. Buck already getting a lot of droning done. Fury have done some early droning down into ward red vault and getting the information through. That's going to be in early.
Was that both thermites already used up?
I think that's the second one being used in it.
No, that's the Maverick, but I think I heard 2 used already.
Oh, well, if that's 2 being used already, they don't have a way of getting in towards server if that's where they want to go.
Ooh, that's the Maverick.
That is the Maverick, my friend. You said about exposing yourself. It is a risk versus reward, and this time not so much rewarded, but Fisho Guy, that is an instrumental operator and player being dropped by Spruce.
Yeah, he got the ace last time, but he's going to be shut down this time, so Fury might actually have a chance this time then.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Without the superhero of Fisho Guy. And it was someone that I did touch on before the game, because pretty much throughout 6 Masters, he'd been an absolute menace and destroying lives left, right, and center.
Oh, yeah.
Surely. Oh, my word. Shade. Okay, that's one way to do it. Is he going to be able to find the free kill? Yes, he is as well. It's actually Spruce that finds it, but Shade's just dropped.
Where's the cover?
Like, what?
Where's the cover?
What have I just seen?
That's a free kill to anyone from SiNister that's watching. But he's just able to get away with it scot-free.
Key information there. That's watching. Turns out no one likes to watch the hatch drop, but that's okay. All 4 members for Fury down in towards server. They will be rotating back up and around to ensure there's a little bit more pressure.
30 seconds though. They do have the 1 C4 on the board on Luna. But we're going to have Warden go deep.
What?
Rock's going to find Vicious as they're just going to push straight in for it. They're going to give him no chance to deny. There's Nico to find Warden all the way from stairs. However, Spruce will shut him down, leaving it all up to Luna in the 1-on-3. It's going to be the diffuser not planted just yet, but they're going to try and Rock to finish things off. Fury with 3 rounds in a row.
That is so confusing. I'm still trying to figure out what just happened in that round.
They're doing the Acme thing, right, where they just take the bomb site and go deep.
I mean, like, generally when you see that server play come in, you see that side wall opened up, they go for the plant, they bait out the utility, they bait out the C4s, yeah, they're just backward and forth constantly. But you see Shade just drops directly in toward the site, runs around in towards server, and then when they flush in, they come 2 from stairs and 2 from server. They just completely pins on the site and fight.
It's caused SiNister to want to go to and take a tactical pause. They need to sit back and discuss, because things after that first round that went amazingly have not been smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing is, don't think any of the games we've really seen, bar the August match yesterday, have been smooth sailing, has it?
Yeah, it's been pretty tight. But you can see on the faces of SiNister as well, they look a bit rattled.
That's a really good way to put it, because that first, I just feel, like when the first map's so close like that and it kind of swings, it is a real, It's a real kick in the guts. I didn't really know how I wanted to put that then, but it doesn't really matter how you put it. It's, you know, when you come back from such a deficit like that, when it's 5-1 in the first half, you take it to overtime. It's never fun.
Executive Lounge, it looks like SiNister are indeed subscribing to my philosophy. Well, what we are seeing these days is you just move every time no matter what. Even though they won lockers last time, they're not going to try and force it out. Let's take a look at these kills here, though.
Golden having a bit of a tough one, but so too Vicious and Luna on that big donut. That's not exactly what we want to be seeing early on, but
Vicious has got 4 assists, though.
yeah, we'll keep the 4 assists in the back pocket. I just like saying donuts, so
Yeah.
I like donuts.
You like donuts?
Love them. I don't know how I even got to that, but donut. There we go. The big old egg.
5 seconds to go.
Full circle, and now it's going to be the upstairs defense. 3 rounds straight for Fury. SiNister looked so good in that first round. You know what? They might not have even looked so good. It might have just been Fisher guy making them look so good.
Yeah, it was the Fisher guy show, wasn't it?
It certainly was, and that can definitely be a huge problem. You know, we've spoken about it before about individual performances versus team performance, and I think everyone on Fury have realistically chimed in at their own time, right? They've all done a certain part. SiNister just seem a little bit lost. It just feels like that.
Well, what's the plan for Fury? They're going to drone out. Not much information gathered there by Shade. But he's still just going to hang out in this window, try and find a pick. In fact, it's going to be Vicious to slap down Spruce, say, get off my wall.
Here come the flashes as well. Warden's going to jump back out after having the free CEO opened up. Ball on the far right-hand side. Shade's still trying to find the way in here, but none of SiNister are really looking. There's no opportunity to find an easy peek or even just a free fight. There's no real opportunity there.
Well, what do Fury do? They can't remain static. They have to make the moves. They have to start taking some ground. And it looks like it's going to start off in lobby here where Copper's sitting there waiting, but he's missed his shots. He's going to have to reload. That's going to allow him to get away scot-free. Can't land the follow-up shots either. He is frustrated there.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? We talk about Copper being such an accurate shooter, and that's completely fallen apart. Warden will take him on the rotate back around as he thought maybe he was a little bit more clear. Is that going to be a Kobe from so deep, Rock? Straight up in.
Downtown.
Damn, that's one way to open a round up, and all of a sudden, that 3 versus 5 is flipping back. Rather 3 versus 4, but my word, that's a very deep Kobe, I'll say that much.
Nico's going to help him fight back. However, is he going to expect the second angle for Rock here? In fact, the flashbangs are going to make this easy peasy lemon squeezy. Warden will take down Fisher, guys. They're running right deep into the bomb site, but there's Vicious onto Warden. I believe Nico must have dropped the hatch because he has not died yet, and he has gotten out of there scot-free.
That he has. Slowly taking control. They need to get the diffuser being held on the line of Janitor. You can see the flank from Nico coming in from behind now on the bottom right of your screen. He's going to be an absolute nuisance if they're not careful. Golden needs to plant safe here, which he's going to do. Deep lines being held. Vicious and Nico both come together. A round on the board for SiNister. That was looking pretty grim for a while there.
Can I say our observers told that story perfectly. There were
Yes,
so many moving parts in that round, and you know, we got there, and it told such a great story of how it all went down.
Well, I was saying before, an observer is more than half of the story that we tell, so look at that. So deep, so deep.
There's no coming back from
Where
that.
was that? Oh my word.
It's
That's a haircut if I've ever seen one.
a pixel, isn't it?
That really is.
Threading the needle. Or the bullet in this case, I suppose.
Yeah.
Final round of defense here for SiNister, however.
Yeah, back down in toward that basement. Are they going to take that smoke again, or are they just going to let the smoke run free? Look at someone else maybe.
Look, I think they need to stick to their strategy. I just think they need to be a bit more careful of that hatch drop, right?
Yeah, that was the fact that you had, what, 2-3 players toward the end dropping, and I guess Fury did a good job of just reading that and legging it straight in, not really giving them an opportunity to set or be reset, realistically. Thatcher as well as the Thermite. The Maverick is going to be on the board once more to give them another opening. However, we did see the Maverick fall first up, I think it was. I don't even know whether we were able to see the one.
Yeah, it was through the hatch.
Yep.
Yep.
So there was, I believe there was only one hatch open toward the end until Thermite had to come over and take the front.
It's the thing about Bank is we see Habana banned quite a lot. So that when she isn't banned, it plays quite a lot differently, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing when you've got those 3x Kairos to use however you want. That's all three down into the basement that you've got that you can open up.
It's free real estate.
It's free real estate.
It is.
So, oh no, that's... Fisho guy, ever since the first round, doesn't really seem to have a firm grip on what we'd hoped. Realistically, it's kind of tapered off quite a lot.
Yeah, shut down right at the start.
Yep.
As the Mozzie, he's not going to be able to drone. Let's hope he's got all his pests out as drone denials at least. But, you know, he's going to spend the rest of this round as a spectator on the cameras.
Which can, of course, be just as useful in certain parts, but...
You'd rather have an extra shooter.
Of course you would. You would much rather have the extra shooty boy. 3 kills to come through. At least some trades maybe, but with that now, Fury have the upper hand in the last round of the half. Could be seeing a 4-2 finish, which I think would be a little bit devastating.
Especially when SiNister have to head on to the attacking side. It is normally a bit harder, but then again, Fury have made it work.
There we go. Making sure the hatches are all open nice and early in minute 30. They've been able to clear that first floor and also get 2 hatches open, have the lines being held. So whether they decide to go back down in toward that server room, there's still a smoke on Vicious that could definitely deny those cheeky little plants.
Just going to open up a little hole here. I wonder why they're saving the Thermites. Like, are they using the other one on a hatch?
We generally see that one being used on the wall, so they've got free access in and out of the site. Vicious won't really want to use that any earlier than what he has to. With Luna giving the information, of course, it's a huge support. It's a huge help.
I think the thing SiNister have to be wary of is just like the late flank or whatever. Like the push into the bomb site. Because it seemed like they only had one that was ready to try and get the plant down. Are we going to see those hatch drops and push-ins once again?
It doesn't look like that garage wall was even slightly open either. So this is how they're going to try to find the execute. Wasting time, 30 seconds left. Now this is going to play it pretty damn close. They've still got a C4 on toward Luna. So this could be actually quite a bit of trouble. 10 seconds left.
They need to go deep, Fury. There's no way they're going to hold off with all these smokes. Here we go. Push on in, but Warden, is he going to go down to the smokes? Shay's going to find a double somehow. But that plant is getting started. Oh, nice wall bang from Luna. C4 comes out, denies the planter, and that's the round to SiNister.
What a play from Copper and Luna, both right when they needed to, Monkey. That is huge from SiNister.
Wonderful stuff from SiNister. It was a bit touch and go, but, you know, Fury, they realized they had to go deep. SiNister realized that they had to go deep. We saw the smoke babe come out into the middle of the of the bomb site, and yeah, that C4, it would have just tickled him, but he was so lit that it was enough to finish him off.
I mean, Cooper still, Copper still finds 2 at the end as well, so that's what you call a team effort, and we will be seeing. I think that was a Jackal as well. Maverick, Thermite, nice and happy on that defensive side as well. We'll be going up towards CEO. You can generally get a pretty good idea of the operators that they're picking as to where they're going on bank.
Yeah, that's true, but then, you know, you can only reassign one of those operators, can't you?
That's very true.
In the 6th pick.
So you need to be careful with that. You don't want to try to bait them out too much. If you're going to go, you may as well go. Lock it down. Spruce back on Valk, so maybe keep an eye out on that northern side.
Any jump outs?
I would dare say we'll see a couple of jump outs from him.
Golden having a bit of difficulty getting going. I think we can contrast Golden and Nico here, right? And the fact that they were both subs and have both, well, moved over to core, right?
Yep.
I'm not sure as to Fury's long-term plans with Golden, but right now he's on the core, and a bit of a difference there, isn't it? Spruce?
Come on, Spruce. Trust it to be Spruce. If anyone on anyone in the maps right now, trust.
Yeah.
Trust. It's all right. So 3-3 half. I mean, that very easily.
Oh, here we
could-
go.
Oh god! And already Spruce is coming out nice and early for the free peek, but he gets a little bit of information and backs away. But of course, out of everyone, you know you're going to see it from Spruce.
He is a character, that Spruce. All right, but first attack round here for SiNister. Nice and efficient movement from Fisho. Takes out the camera, sends the drone in. A lot of info here for Fury, however. They've got the Valkyrie, the Maestro, and the Mozzie. And the Legion, if you want to count him as a info gatherer.
Oh god!
Oh, this could work out.
Oh my god! What a read from Shade.
Is that another from downtown from Shade?
Yep, I think that's 2 that we've seen so far in the past 2 maps. And
3-pointer. Oh, that's the Thermite. Oof.
oh, wow, that's not exactly what you want to see. The slightest saving grace that you've still got the Maverick up, but it's nothing in comparison to opening up those CEO walls.
Yep, you're not going to get them anywhere near as open as what you want to.
There you go. Let's have a very long line. Don't really know whether that's going to be rewarded or not, but geez, Fury are not afraid to take the fight to SiNister in or out of the building.
Attackers recovered the
Well,
diffuser.
SiNister seem a bit lost now. What do they do without their Thermite? I think they might be, you know, redirecting their attack to push from the lobby, and that's going to be a nice shot from Shade. How has he seen that? I might need to get my eyes checked because I had no idea.
No, that was through the trees. That was 100% through the trees. Maybe a pixel showed a difference in color. Doesn't matter because once again, Fury are taking advantage. Nico trying to find a way back into this. Luna will eventually find something. The opening on toward Rock, which they very much needed. 2 up from spiral stairs now as they try to get a little bit more aggressive. Need to be careful.
Yeet.
Is that going to be the other C4? No, it just doesn't connect. Luna reads it perfectly, taking down Spruce, but Shade's there to respond. Nico once again, and all of a sudden, it's all Nico to try and bring this one back.
Well, Golden is lit. However, Shade's still at full HP, and Shade has been the thorn in the side here for SiNister. That might have been some poor timing. I'm not sure if there was a solid wall in between that or not. But Nico with 15 seconds, no diffuser because it was dropped all the way on the roof. They are just going to run for the hills here, Fury. There's no way they're winning this round. SiNister, it is Fury's to take and Golden's to clean up.
You just got to love that. The Shade knows full well. Diffuser outside, and they're just legging it as fast as they can.
Shade is
Oh,
big braining it.
you had to do it to him, didn't you? Poor Spruce getting the replay.
How did they know? Right, like they've got the camera nearby, so maybe they heard some sounds, but it was a calculated risk. But you know, the brain on Shade, I can hear it buzzing from here.
The big brain. Big brain plays SiNister now. They get okay, straight into staff and open.
We haven't seen that all day.
No, we have not. It's so here's a fun little fact for everyone out there right now. The reason there's a little tone in my voice as I say that, it was played twice out of all the rounds that we saw on Bank. So it has a 100% success rate, so we're good there.
This is throughout the whole Six Masters season.
This is throughout the entirety of the Six Master seasons. We've got things like lockers and CCTV seeing 49 times played. CEO was played 39 times, but only twice we saw open area. So it's a little bit niche, you could say.
Still a little bit hipster. Only, you know, they were doing stuff in open area before it was cool. For Fury.
They're on the new meta already.
It's one of those bomb sites that, you know, it is a bit harder to defend. However, you can kind of also rely on your opponents not being able to attack it as well because it's one of those ones that hardly ever gets defended.
And I can't remember who exactly it was that we saw play during the Six Masters, but they completely opened up pretty much every wall straight in, and we had someone watching from, I think it was something like towers all the way through toward the open window. It was just absolutely ridiculous, but looking like a little bit of a different take on that one. And it's either it's going to be successful or it's going to burn down in flames.
Well, Fisher guy looking to make the entrance into, call it log. What is it log short for? Logistics? No, it's stock trading, isn't it?
Stock trading
Yeah.
is that, yeah, the room at the very top corner on the terrace.
Start scanning it out with his RAD scanner. There's no real defense up top floor here from Fury, is there?
No, they're pretty happy to.
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
hang on a second. Did Shane just leg it completely up square stairs? What?
Nico's lucky to be alive.
The fact that he has the confidence to just completely go straight up, like not walking, not making, not making a little bit of a ruckus. He was stomping his way up the stairs.
I tell you, it's Drunken Monkey Kung Fu Siege.
It really is. So unpredictable. And I think that's something that's so dangerous about Fury. And if they can start enjoying themselves with things like that, like if that works for Shade and he finds even one kill or two, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah, well, there's Copper to clean up Golden as well, putting us into a 5-on-3. SiNister looking pretty to take this round. It's going to be pretty hard to lose it from here.
Attackers recover the bomb diffuser.
Certainly would. They still have two pretty hard anchors. But all SiNister need to do is realistically take their time. They've got a minute left on this, and I mean, as long as they don't take too long and leave it down for the defusal denial, should be okay. Spruce has been spotted, taking a small bit of damage. And oh, jeez.
We can see the outlines, and that was pretty close to popping ahead.
Certainly going from bad to worse from here on out. Warden, there is absolutely nothing that he can achieve in this other than maybe padding the stats. But a flawless round from SiNister. They're going to teach Fury a lesson for going into open.
You know, I believe I saw a stat that, teams, after they get the opening pick, 75% of the round times win the round. What do you think it is when they get the first two? Surely it's even more.
Oh, that would have to spike to about 92%.
Yeah,
I don't know why
at
I
least
said
that.
92. 90%. If you find the first two openings and you bring it to a 3 versus 5, especially even if it's early on, even if it's not early on, you should realistically be able to secure that. And wonder how much percent would then end up a flawless round?
This is something to send to the stats guys, I reckon.
Yeah. We'll ask him next time. For now, we will be going down in towards CCTV and lockers. Smoke obviously being essential to that server hold.
Yep, we've seen how Fisho does it. To the beat of an ace, of course. At the start of the game, if you missed it. It was nice.
First and only ace so far in the Six Masters playoff. But Rock was one of those players on Consulate that was an absolute menace. So if he gets comfortable on that smoke, we'll be seeing maybe some havoc being caused. Obviously opening up so he can throw directly through from lockers.
I think the thing that Rock did really well on Consulate was he just played in a smart position and then just clicked. It's not like he was doing crazy 180 flicks and stuff to find kills. He was just playing it smart, and that's what got him the majority of his kills.
Locate and defuse a bomb. Defender is approaching a kill.
Shade's not about to do this again, is he?
Oh, he is.
Oh, wow. That is ambitious, to say the very least. And, oh, nearly gets caught on the way out. Of course, we'd seen already two individuals being pushed all the way up the top. And this is just going to be so much information that Fury get given on this point.
Interesting that Fury didn't ever try a push through garage at all.
I feel like it's less and less common.
It's something that, like, I think you want to push in as, like, the very last second thing, so that everyone's focused on the the servers and such.
There was a team back at the Raleigh Major who did it perfectly. was able to pinch in not only from garage, but server and stairs. So if you could somehow find that, I mean, you'd still have to have at least 4 alive to do something like that, to put the pressure on. But nevertheless, we will be seeing SiNister allow themselves some rotate holes, so if they need to leg it back in toward one of the other areas of that downside site, they will be given free control, free reign.
Going to open up this hatch here, Luna, with the Maverick. Oh, I think she might have missed the angle there. There we go. Good thing is you don't have to go all the way around to open that up. Oof. Well, behind server rack's clear, so, you know, they're going to open up this angle here, and they're going to be ready to go for a plant in just a moment. How much denial do we have for Fury?
I think we should have a fair, decent amount.
Yep, we got the Echo, the Smoke, the Maestro, C4 on Golden.
I mean, this is probably going to have to take multiple pushes from SiNister, or a multiple angled push at the very least. And they've still got the information due to the Maestro being able to see through the smoke, even if it's not useful.
Yeah, you can see Rock sitting there with a smoke grenade in his hands, prepped and ready to go when the call comes.
They just have so much intel gathering on that site, on that A side, in towards CCTV. They should realistically be able to breeze through this. If SiNister don't put pressure in multiple areas, they should be free to deny it for as long as they want.
Yeah, 30 seconds is how much smoke grenades will buy you, and that was when the first one went out. But here comes Nico into red. He's going to find Golden. Fisher onto Rock as well. We're going to see the response from Spruce to find 2, and the plant's going to be started.
Yeah, it's exactly what we needed to see, but he does go down. Vish is coming from a different angle.
Oh, the Echo.
Warden could buy enough time here, but is it going to be enough? It's just up to him. He's going to have to try and take these fights. I don't think it's enough, and that's going to be him going down right at the end. SiNister, I think again, just giving us a bit of a heart attack toward the very 30 seconds left, but that was always going to be something they needed to worry about, was that player dropping down directly into the site and just pushing straight into Ward Vault. That's exactly what unraveled them.
Yep. Why don't teams really have a much of an answer for that these days, do they? Like, it's such a common thing that we're seeing, and it's catching so many people off guard.
Yep. Yeah, tasted their own medicine for Fury there.
Yeah.
That was... And, you know, that's pretty much what we were saying at that point. There was 30 seconds left on the clock. They still had at least one C4. They had the Echo up. They had the Maestro up. They had 3 smoke babes, and it all fell apart.
I think it's one of those things where it's just so furious and chaotic that it's just difficult, right? Like,
yeah, no, of course. That's never going to be an easy task, even if you have everything going in your favor. So
some teams just seem to thrive off of the chaotic, right?
This is the first time we've actually seen SiNister lead in the entire series.
You're incorrect.
Am I?
First round of Bank.
Oh, God, you're going to go all the way back to the first round. Oh,
Of
you've done me
Bank.
dirty.
Yeah.
Remember of Bank.
The Fisher ace.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I do like
I was going to make that exact same point, and I was looking over my notes, and I'm like, no, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So, sorry to throw you under the bus there, Chief.
Under the bus. No, that is a fair point. And it's not like they've ever had a lot of control.
No.
It's
been one of those things that, yes, what you've said kind of makes complete sense, because it feels like SiNister have been fighting behind the whole way.
Yeah, 100%. Few and far between for them. It can always be frustrating. So, once again, Spruce just getting the information. Maybe for Shade to go for that peak once more.
Either way, SiNister are leading now, of course.
Yes. They're happy with the 1 round, and you can almost make this work. Of course, they do have the long line. Geez, that's a very awkward angle for both members to be fighting there, but
ambitious from Rock, I'd say, without
100%.
the ACOG.
Yeah, if you've got the holo, it's going to be a little bit less accurate at that sort of range. Harder to try and find the head.
Oh, looks like Spruce wants to run out here as well, but Copper's not repelling. I think he was watching and ready for it. So Spruce perhaps dodging a bullet there. No, here we go.
Oh, that could be huge. No, instead it's absolutely nothing. That would have been very nice to have been able to drop Copper early on as well. Probably would have eliminated him realistically putting any pressure on.
3 members from SiNister trying to pile their way in through the front lobby here. Maybe even more if we see Copper go ahead and join them. And look at the information that FURY have got.
Again, in an info gathering team, they realistically need to be just so much information. Look at Rock. Oh, very nicely done on the back of the information being given for Rock to go for the peak and spray down Copper back away as well. But Shade's going to continue the fight. Luna goes down. This is looking pretty good, but Nico does have something to say about it. Shade falls as well. They're still not expecting him to be repelling, but maybe not so much not expecting.
Here we go.
Oh, the bait. Old bait and switch from Spruce.
I really thought he was going to jump out, but there's 50 seconds in a 3-on-3. SiNister need to make a move.
So many comms you can hear the players right
yeah.
now. And they still haven't been able to spot each other. Spruce
Spruce
still hasn't seen him. Now he will. That should be the free C4 kill. 100%.
no.
No, the legs are just out, but he will be able to king it from behind. It's going to be Vicious picking up the diffuser straight into the B site. And this could be the plant that they're looking for, but they're not together just yet. Nico still has to try and come back around. He might be able to find a free kill. They've just rubbed shoulders, but still no kill. It's going to be the close shotgun. Surely not. Warden just closes it down. Swings onto Vicious as well. Brings it back 5 apiece, but so many moments of stress and anxiety.
That was a round, wasn't it? He was around.
Jeez.
Look at Shady. He knows what he's doing. He looks so cheeky all the time.
That peak from Rock. So nice.
This from Spruce. I love how he called it a king hit.
He's running the other way. Got no clue where the player is.
Good way to describe it.
Well, I don't even know if he knew where the C4 was coming from, right? Like it just landed right next to him.
It's like pops out of nowhere.
Still that stressful moment when you hear just the ticking right as it's about to land and you're just like, you know what's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you got those quick reactions.
So where are we going this time? Tellers, I believe I've seen, because I've written that down. Indeed.
Tellers and Archive.
FURY going the whole round the world trip. Every single bomb site visited.
That is true. Don't have to say that either, do we?
You know, teams just like to stick to the same 3, but maybe they're trying to be a bit unpredictable. You know how FURY are.
we know how FURY is
We
right
do.
now. This is... I mean, if you didn't know how FURY was, guess what? You have found out today full well.
Thing is, you think you know how FURY are, but they're not.
And then they're just like, nope. Every time. Throwing a spanner in the work and making it even more frustrating than it already is. So this is coming down to the wire once more. Full regulation to decide either a victor or overtime. And with FURY already up the map, this could be sad and somber news for SiNister.
Once again, there's so much information being used here by FURY, and SiNister really aren't doing much to counter it. Like, we haven't really been seeing them bring out the IQ, which, you know, we've seen Fisher Guy on so much. He's just not really bringing it here on Bank.
Rock's going to be given the early information. He's going to spot straight through the lobby.
Whoa.
Jeez, that's a land angle right there, Monkey.
It's not just a land angle, it's an angle.
It's an absolute... hang on.
Well,
Fisho taking a bit of control of that top floor. Shade needs to be careful on his way out there, but gets away scot-free, and Spruce is going to be there to try and find something through the little bullet holes, the sweat holes you like to call
holes, yeah. The pores.
them. Oh, ugh.
FURY just playing nice and static, but they're playing a bit irregular here, and SiNister just aren't quite sure how to deal with it. They're like looking through these holes into the bomb site, being like, where are FURY? And FURY are like, we're not here.
Not on the site, that's for damn sure. And I don't think Luna's been able to spot that out either just yet. So look at that long-range engagement. Rock just waiting for that slow peak to come through. It'll be a free kill if they pushed. Oh, my word, that is so close. It's literally a pixel in it right now. Oh, Rock! Very nicely done to open things up. Luna.
Tap, tap.
That's it. Tap, tap, and away you go.
Bomb located by attackers.
See, SiNister here just aren't droning enough, and it's been really to their detriment so far. But what's happening here? Spruce going to try and make his way through the smoke. His water's been pushed back down the stairs. Spruce, the smoke criminal. Oh, he's in the track stingers. Vicious has found shade, and the plant's going to be started.
Yeah, they're in archives right now. They absolutely legged it from the square stairs. All of a sudden, it is going to be a strong hold. They've still got multiple angles to try and deal with. Oh, Spruce could have come in massively there, but Warden, surely his position's known. If he walks a little bit too far, he's going to hit the track stingers. It's Copper that shuts him down anyway. Golden has absolutely no clue what to do just yet. He might try to stick it, but I don't know whether he's got the correct trying lines. Rock's been able to hold off one in a second as well. Oh, Nico just comes in from the stairs, just finding the foot, but that could have fallen apart so quickly. This should be the round. This just comes in from behind. That got way too close for comfort. The stairs player saves their behind.
Wow, Rock. What a massive round from him. You could say he was a rock on that bomb site, but the sledgehammer of Nico was able to finish him off, and close out the round just, but that was close.
It's just so crisp to hit that shot from range. And this here, I thought maybe he might have done enough. If he'd gotten in front, maybe tried to find that line on the stairs. I mean, that's a tall order if you've ever asked for one. Don't think you're really going to...
Match point, I believe, here for SiNister.
Yes, certainly is. Match point, we will be heading to a third map. That's if SiNister can convert. We were in a very similar situation before. And Fury managed to bring it back, take it to OT, and finish him off as well.
Well, Cafe, if SiNister win it, by the way, if you're wondering.
Yep.
Look at these kills. Nice and close together on the side of SiNister.
Rough one for Golden.
Yep. He's playing support. It's all right. He's IGL. It's all right. No, I don't think he's IGL, but he has been playing a lot of those supportive roles, hasn't he?
So they are going to reattempt. I think is this the first time we've seen Fury reattempt a site?
According to my notes, yes.
There we go.
10 seconds to insertion.
Maybe this time a little bit more successful.
They thought it worked so well for the most part, it just fell apart at the end. I think that's what they're banking on. But Rock's not going to survive here this time. Surely they're going to know.
That's the thing, like, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. Shame on me. I really don't think that they should be given that opportunity. I don't think so.
No, I'd have to agree with you there, Mr. Monday. All right. So what's SiNister going to do? Take control of the top floor again, and they're going to try and work those downwards angles, which, really gave them no fruition, but allowed them to enter the bomb site from square stairs.
Not wasting any time in heading on through toward the CEO office.
Sounds like Warden put some damage down onto Fishigo. We're finally seeing that IQ, as I spoke about. In fact, he's taken even more damage from Spruce, who's all the way in stock. Surely he gets flushed out of here. Is he going to get away scot-free? He might. In fact, he might even get the kill. He's down to Nico. Finishes him off with the super shorty. He's going to try and drop the hatch as he sees the one run in. C4 comes on out, but that's not going to land. Spruce, lucky to be alive, and Fury definitely fighting back here with a vengeance.
Yeah, some nice reads from Spruce to throw the C4 through as well, just to ensure that his passage was a little bit safer. Oh, Warden's right on the other side of Vicious. He's going to go for the peak right now. He is the Vigil, so there's no information realistically that he can gain just yet. If he jumps out, he will find the free kill. He still manages to drop him. There's the injure, and down they go. 2 players left. Fisho Guy, Luna. It is surely done and dusted. We are surely heading to overtime at this point.
Oh, I think I can feel it as well, Manic. Luna has managed to find one back in the form of Warden, but there's still 4 more to find.
Rock's already got that pre-held, so Fisho trying to get a little bit of extra information, but that's still the exact same line that Luna fell down from before.
Yep.
Not learning from mistakes, but at least gives the information to Fisher Guy, who's still a little bit of unsure as to where Rock was. And there he is coming through OT. Once more, we need 3 more rounds to decide it.
These 2 teams have been so evenly matched. See, second time we're going to OT between these two teams, so I must know, Manic, how do you feel? Are we going to a third map?
I really hope so. You know, I said it before and I'll say it again. I think that the only way to really keep this fair is to see all three maps. And all of these games today, we knew for a fact we're going to be close.
Oh, yeah.
We knew that the earlier match with Acme and Mindfreak was going to be close. That went to a third map, overtime and third map. SiNister FURY, so close. It's taken overtime to decide both map 1 and map 2. And I don't think that trend's going to stunt either. I think that's going to keep rolling on through. But SiNister, twice now they've struggled to close those games out.
Well,
and
quick
that is the tradies fix, ladies and gentlemen.
Duct tape.
We call that a tradie fix.
In case you're wondering, that's a technical pause to fix the headphones.
That's all right. We need to get back on track. The game has been long and just, I feel. The fact that it has taken us to 2 OTs is... sorry, that sounded wrong. OT in both maps is fair. But we will be seeing FURY defend once more. And again, history, if it serves correct, we're going to see SiNister close this one out.
Well, that's how it went down on Consulate, but this is, of course, another map. You know, I must agree with you. I'm hoping we see map 3. However, I fear I may have just made a prediction.
Oh, God. Well, I hope you're all strapped in for 2 maps. Now we go. We're going to see, again, Spruce with the cheeky little cam. Yeah, he's loving it. Absolutely loving that play. But they are going to go back up to CEO. And this time not reinforce the walls? Is that what I saw?
No, they were reinforced.
Oh, no, there we go. One set of them are not reinforced. So happy to leave that nice and open and soft so they can feel free to maybe take the fights through it.
Yep. Still lots of information in that lobby area, and we see the drone droning that out. So we might see some early presence in the lobby. I believe SiNister have been trying to make their way in through there every time they've attacked it.
Well, looks like Spruce is going to make the long haul back around toward that western side. We saw him go for the play outside for the opening kill. Don't know whether he's going to be rewarded. Not entirely sure whether we've got anyone out that side.
Yeah, hoping that one of those players will repel. And he can time that right to get the kill. But I think SiNister have been really avoiding that, haven't they? They haven't really wanted to repel in an area where they can get ran out on.
Which I'm surprised because we get Spruce. And I'm surprised we just haven't seen anything but run-outs.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be the upside down repel peek here from Nico. What's he going to find? Here we go. Spruce coming back up. He's decided, yeah, nothing worth it for me over there.
Nico has been an absolute nuisance out on that rappel, that upside down rappel. Already, I think that's 3 or 4 rounds we've seen on the attacking side where he's been able to rappel like that and actually find more than 1 kill. So they just need to tread with a fair bit of caution when rotating, or even just not even necessarily rotating from side to side, rather than just rotating off the sides. Seen pretty aggressive plays from FURY, happy to take the fights out.
SiNister have seen this open wall in CEO and don't know what to do with it. Completely slowed down. Looks like they're going to open it up. Rock at the top of stairs is just going to hold on down. And yeah, SiNister just look completely lost. They don't know how they want to take this.
Well, hang on a second. 40 seconds. Where did that go? All the time starting to run away from SiNister here. It took 2 seconds to rest, and all of a sudden, they're going to have to make a decision. They are just going to have to push in here. Copper has been able to find shade. Warden has just been able to hear everything that's going on behind him. He's already been able to spot 1, finds the free kill. 2 players are pushed on in, but that's going to be done. Golden finds Vicious, 15 seconds left. Luna, a 1 versus 4. Eat your own heart out, because there's absolutely no chance you're getting past that. Warden will find the kill, and I think history is starting to repeat itself. It's OT FURY take the first round. Can they secure the attacking side, though?
Yeah, it's looking a bit worrying for SiNister. They are facing series point right now. If they lose one round, they are going home, and FURY are proceeding.
All comes down to this, my friend.
I don't know. SiNister just look like, all right, let's attack. What are we doing again? Like it's like they completely stalled out. Completely.
Yeah, that open wall could cause a fair bit of confusion, though. You know, because maybe you've got a set plan, maybe you've got a set idea as to how you want to do things. You see the wall open and you think, oh, that might be easier. Right into the claw.
I don't think they've been very successful attacking CEO anyway. SiNister, yeah, they haven't won it once.
That's not exactly what you want to see. I believe we're down in the basement to start. Well, actually, what could be to finish OT right now. SiNister backs are up against the wall. They are on the defensive side. Their bottom side, I think, has had a little bit of success. Bit in or there.
Started out with an ace.
There we go, 50-50. Whereas maybe this might be the one that cracks the egg. We see FURY head on through, but SiNister only have this last chance.
5 seconds to go.
Everything riding on a basement defense. Semi-final hopes and dreams.
You know, FURY are one of those teams that are so hard to play against just because of how unpredictable they can be.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
We've really seen like plenty of rounds where SiNister should be able to take control. They have not been like had no idea what to do, but they've been stumped by a few of the things that FURY have done.
Seconds into the action phase. FURY have not been shy in moving forward whatsoever. SiNister don't really seem to have too much roaming around either. Looks like all players down on side actually.
That's what happens when the pressure's starting to build up, isn't it? You want to play safe. You don't want to be the one to die first and make it feel like you're the reason you lost that round. Oh. And there we go.
Oh, geez, that's one way to start for Spruce. Nico, however, has been very good at trading out these players. Always on the backside, using that butting system. And all of a sudden, it's the Zofia down. It's not too much to worry about.
What's FURY's plan? I have no idea. They're gonna. Looks like they might be planning on pushing from behind. Some kind of hatch drop strategy.
Well, maybe they won't even bother looking at server right now, but they also need to be careful because I believe Copper was over there for a while just holding on server stairs. It's also been reinforced in the soft barricades being put up on server stairs entry, so if they don't even move across there, there's not going to be any stress on SiNister to make anything happen. And FURY are happy to try and approach this in a bit of a different manner now.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Looks like Rock's going to take control of Archive stairs, but... Sorry, service stairs, no one paying attention, however. He's just going to walk right on in. What is...
Maybe they've made enough of a distraction that he is allowed to try and waltz through. There is one line being held, and that was, I believe that was Nico all the way through, but here it comes Luna, just giving some nice information. Smoke Bay's coming out, but perfect time placement from FURY to start to burn through that utility on SiNister.
Yeah, SiNister are not going to be able to hold out for the whole time here, and you know, Plant might be going down without them able to do anything about it. If they're not careful here.
Nico. Warden double backs around and actually takes the fight, and maybe Copper manages to find something here. Pre-fire does actually alert Warden. If not, the pings had already alerted.
Oh, they're in. They're planting now, FURY.
Oh, wow. They've pushed aggressively. Warden takes down Copper. Shade's been able to drop Luna as well. It's all onto Vicious. And FURY are our third semi-finalist for the MEO.
Well, well, well. Coming into this, I didn't expect it to be a 2-0. I thought one of these teams was going to win it, of course. But not what I expected. Look how happy Spruce is.
Spruce the Moose, hey? Great performance from FURY. SiNister just, you know, had so many good opportunities to get in front. Both maps they were leading 5-6 and just couldn't close it out. And, well, FURY have prevailed.
I think it really shows how hard it is to play against FURY. They can just be so unpredictable. Just, you know, think back to when we saw Spruce just run up, sorry, not Spruce, sorry,
Shade.
Shade, run up those stairs.
Yep.
Right,
Yep.
boggles my mind. Of course, that didn't work, but some of the other things that they do, crazy, but come off.
Yep. No, without a doubt, the fact of the matter is, Fury, I mean, if you look at their strats, if you look at what they did, a lot of it was kind of, there's no way that you could really prepare for that kind of a strat to come through. You know, they're confident being who they are and playing the way they do. And that was one thing that we really touched on at the very start was what confidence they have and just the fun that they have as a team. It's very unpredictable.
Yeah, well, SiNister, Nico, still smiling, same as Vicious. It's, yeah.
There we go. Bittersweet, isn't it?
Bittersweet.
It's very much bittersweet for most of the players because, yes, great opportunity at LAN, but also, guess what? You lost, unfortunately. It is devastating. It is.
Yes, indeed. Just going to pack on up here. What do you think? So 8-6, 8-6. It was close.
Yeah, both maps were close, but also both maps had such potential to be a blowout. Right, that first map had a real potential to just completely get blown out of the water. We could have seen a 7-1.
It was almost like SiNister were always trying to be fighting back, right? Being the underdog. Kind of.
Yeah, no, I agreed. I completely agree. It was always a bit of an uphill battle for SiNister. But, ladies and gentlemen, we do have the wonderful Matt Andrews on stage ready with an interview.
Oh, he's nice, isn't he? Thank you very much. Yes, I have an interview with a semi-finalist in the shape of Fury, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Spruce. Spruce the Moose. Had to be you. Never shy of a word to say. Good. So, as my good friend Kazoku of Norarengo said, super relaxed guy. You guys are super relaxed man, even. You guys are always relaxed. We saw you last night. We had dinner with you last night. You were pretty chilled about this whole thing. You seemed pretty relaxed this morning. It's all just going well.
Well, we knew it was going to be an easy game, so, you know.
I did wonder if we might get there. To be honest, though, just before we went live with this interview, you were saying to me, yeah, all right, a little bit of gritted teeth. That was a little bit harder than you thought it was going to be.
You're not wrong. Like, I just talk. I'm just messing with you. It was. I thought we'd be able to outfrag them a bit more, but in the end, they pushed us a lot harder. We're not really a straight line team, as you probably noticed. But we're all on tune. Golden played his support well, and that's all we really needed. It just worked out well.
Make that sound quite easy. What was it that happened in the first map? You had a 5-0 lead. We ended up in an overtime win.
Consulate's always pretty defender-sided. You've seen it in Rayleigh Major and stuff like that, but we weren't quite gelling at the start. We're kind of warming into the attacks, and then by the end, our attacks, we felt confident in what we were doing, and we kind of hashed out what we were doing on those attacks.
If someone said, we know you're a team who have fun, we see all the big smiles on your faces, everybody's enjoying themselves. If somebody said you should take it more seriously, would that get you to somewhere? What do you think?
We're entertainers first, and then we're gamers second. It's simple as that, really, and that's what stands true. If what's bringing the crowds in is entertainment, then so be it. If it's my awful skills secondary, I don't mind, really.
Fair enough. That's how we're going to approach this thing. One more question for you, though, because as a team who are having fun and being entertainers, you do roster changes along the way. It's not unusual, to be fair. Do you think you've got it right? I'm not saying you're going to kick any of your teammates. I'm asking you, changes have happened. You are clearly trying to get to a team who can deliver with smiles on their faces. You got there?
I think we're close. I think we're very close. Golden came in as a sub originally, and he is playing his role very well. Maybe not as heavily fragging as we want, but Golden does want to step back to his sub role. So we're trialing people. By the way. Yeah.
So he's holding back a bit and not showing you everything he's got because he wants to sub out?
Yeah, basically. He does want to go back to a sub role, and I respect that. If that's what he wants, then he can do it.
Fair enough. Okay, well, we'll see what's coming in Fury's future. But in the very near future, semi-finalists tomorrow, and you will play the winner of our next and final quarter-final. Oddity or Fnatic will face you in the semi-final. Who would you like?
Oh, yeah. I think there's going to be a bit of surprises with the Fnatic roster tomorrow. So, it's too... Okay, we'll go with Fnatic then.
You get swayed, don't you? Somebody just know. Say this for me. All right, so Fnatic, you think?
Yeah, I reckon, like, Oddity, they're just not going to show up after he said they're number one. So, you know, too much pressure on them now.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here at the MEO who disagree with you and maybe not cheering your way tomorrow. We'll find out when we get there. When we get to tomorrow, we will see Fury in the semi-finals. Congratulations.